Hey everybody, my name is Ed. Okay, we're gonna do a quick comic haul. Yeah, we'll just get right into it. I thought I had some deep stuff to say about things going on this week, but I actually don't. Things are getting very hectic for me, like personally again. I'm not complaining or whining or anything like that. So it's just that I haven't been able to keep up on the kind of pop culture news and comic news and YouTube stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just stick to the comics right now, and we'll just jump into it. So okay, so let's see here. I've got Lois Lane number 6. I think it's okay, but I think right here I'm probably going to jump off, and I'll probably get the last part of it whenever it comes out in trade. You know, the last half of the story, the last 6 to 7 issues. I think I'll just trade, wait for the rest of that. Like I said, it's been okay. I've liked the story. I've liked some of the characterizations. The art is it's not as good as it could be. Like I think I've said in a few other videos, it just seems very rushed and stuff. So, but I am interested in. I like the whole thing of concentrating on Lois Lane as a reporter. I like that they haven't ignored the whole Superman family thing with Lois and Jonathan and all that. I like the little thing in there with the question. You know, I think that's just Greg Rucker. You know, kind of not wanting to let go of the characters that he's kind of developed, the Renee Montoya character. You know, so anyway, that's good. That's all right. Moonshine number 14. Okay, Werewolves and Whiskey. XMen number 3, and I've been enjoying it so far. There was that whole weird thing, and I guess last issue with Krakoa and the other living island getting together to form a big island, and then there's weird people or creatures or beings on that island, and yeah, it's taking, like I said before, a lot of old tropes that we've seen in the X-Men comics over the last 30 years and doing a slightly unique twist on them here. And what is this here? Here's Scott and Emma with riding dinosaurs or some crazy shit. I don't know. But yeah, it's stuff we've seen before done in a slightly new way. So I do appreciate that. All right. Okay. All right. And what is this? I'm looking at the ad to the back of this comic. Joy Wave. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea what the kids are into today. Okay, it's a this picture is a fake ad. It looks like it's an '80s movie, but it's really an ad for a music band. All right, okay. Anyway, Punisher Soviet number 2, Garth Ennis, and this here, Jacob Burrows and Guillermo Ortego and Nolan Woodard. Um, the first issue was interesting. It was one of these things where somebody's been killed. Some mob guys. That's what it was. Russian mob guys were getting knocked off, and everybody thinks the Punisher is behind it. Of course, the Punisher is not behind it, so he has to figure out who is behind it. And the last page had him meeting this dude in some bar, where, of course, this dude has knocked off, you know, a score of bad guys or whatever. So maybe they're going to team up for something. I'm not too sure. We'll see how the story goes. But so far, it's interesting. It's fun. It's fun enough. So, all right. Let's see here. Mary Jane number 3. So far, I've been enjoying it. The whole thing is about Mary Jane is in Hollywood, starring in a movie. She finds out the director of the movie is really Spider-Man's old foe Mysterio. The only thing is he's not up to doing any crimes. He's actually legitimately trying to make a movie, and it's the kind of funny stuff about them, going back and forth on a creative process, them not being able to, losing funds and then having to go to investors to raise funds again, and then trying to do this in this whole crazy world where, of course, there's Spider-Man villains and things like that lurking in the background. So yeah, so far it's been all right. It's funny where it's supposed to be. It's well paced. It's lighthearted. I like the art. Let's hear. The story's been written by Leo Williams and the art is by Carlos Gomez and Lucas Wernick. So awesome. Okay, good. Just to give you a little taste there. The last issue had the Sinister Six attacking. Or wait, were they calling themselves the Sinister Six? They might have been calling themselves the Savage Six. Now they're the Savage Six, all right? Okay. Okay, so that's been let's see here. Black Widow number 4. The writing is by Jody Hauser. The art is by Stephen Mooney. Okay. Again, this story is okay, but the last couple of issues, the art seemed really rushed. It looks like they've tightened it up a little bit. But yeah, I was really disappointed in the visuals for the last issue, especially seeing as the artist clearly could do a better job. And I'm sure this is all part of that, let's get as much. Oh, this is kind of funny flashback. This is for people who might not remember what the Black Widow used to look like when she debuted back in the early 60s, and she was actually a bad guy. She and Hawkeye used to be bad guys in the Iron Man comics, so. But, what was I saying? Here's, of course, modern Hawkeye. Oh, but the whole thing with it being rushed, clearly it's because Marvel wants to have, the trade ready by the time the movie debuts. The movie probably comes out in like March or April. No, May, I think. Does that sound right? I think it's actually May. But again, they clearly just want to have a lot of product out there. So, they're just kind of, like I said, just kind of grinding it out. And, I just wish I had a slightly better product. It's not terrible, but, all right. What else? I bought this. This is Red Mother. Don't know too much about it. Just, it caught my eye, and I kind of flipped through it. It looks like kind of a horror, supernatural thing. So, okay. So I'll give it a shot. All right. Pretty Deadly number 4. It's Kelly Sudaconic writing, and the art is Emma Rios. So far, I've been enjoying it. It's the early days of Hollywood. And is one guy's niece or whatever has gone missing or died, and he's elected the help of what's her face, the gunslinger, and they kind of take a trip between the various mystical planes and running into other weird supernatural beings and who nots and what fors. And it's kind of interesting. It's pretty interesting. All right. Angela De La Morte, or De La Morte. This is from what? Stonebot Comics? I have not heard of this comic book company. There's another thing where the cover just sort of caught my eye. You've got the lady here, the lady astronaut, and and you know, the little monkey astronaut there too. And I don't know, it looked intriguing. And I don't know why it appealed to me. It could be because lately I've been on YouTube and I've watched a couple of kind of video essays where people were giving their opinions or talking about or trying to break down 2001, you know, the 2001 movie, I should say, by Stanley Kubrick. So I guess, you know, this looks like an attempt to do a, I don't know if it's really hard science fiction, but it's that throwback to science fiction that's about, you know, exploration and technological advancements and things like that, as opposed to like Star Wars style space fantasy. You know, it seems like it's actual science fiction. So, all right. Okay. Dr. Mirage number 5. I think this is the last issue of the series here. Wait, let's see. Yeah, this is the last issue. And it's pretty interesting. It seems like they're trying to do an updated version of Doctor Strange. I'm saying that's what the approach here is. Because again, it's about weird takes on gods, you know, gods and cosmic beings and dream dimensions. And the art has this. It's not a copy of Steve Ditko's style at all. But like I said, when they go into these otherworldly dimensions, there's this whole approach with things floating in the air and dripping scenery and quasi Dali stuff, Salvador Dali type stuff going on. So, like I said, it seems like they, you know, in quasi psychedelic stuff, like I said, and it seems like they just tried to take that and bring it to the modern age. So, alrighty. Gideon Falls number 17. And what's this? And this is Spotlight Marvels. Yeah, so this looks like it's Marvel previews. That's on the back. Star Wars number 1. And let's see, anything interesting in here? Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. I may or may not check this out just because Al Ewing is writing it. We'll see. What else is in here? Some Green Goblin stuff. I don't care. Actually, it looks like it's a kid has found a Green Goblin mask and he's kind of getting into mischief. I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's that Star Wars stuff. Conan, Serpent War. Not interested. Hawkeye. I don't know. Maybe. Iron Man 2020. Dan Slott and Christos Gage. You know what? The writers have me interested, but I don't like the design of Iron Man's armor here. Is there Annihilation Scourge? The galaxy's greatest heroes are forced to fight along their mortal enemy Annihilus against the onslaught of the Scourge. I don't know. Maybe if I hear good things about some of these, I might pick them up. I mean, there are some talented people in here. Dan Abnett, Christos Gage, Alberto Albuquerque. We'll see. We will see. Ruins of Ravencraft. Institute for the Criminally Insane. I have no idea what that is. Seriously? unless somebody knows, or I'm asking if somebody knows. It sounds like this is it looks like it's a ripoff of Arkham Asylum. I don't know. Could be wrong about that. Doctor Strange #1, Surgeon Supreme. All right, and okay, and that's it. Oh, and there's an ad for Venom 21. You know what's interesting? I kind of appreciate Marvel doing this, or letting Mark Waid do some different things. I'm not so sure this is really what I want to read, but they're letting him make Doctor Strange a more straightforward. There's the mystical stuff, obviously, of course, but it seems like Waid is bringing just more straightforward, corny superhero stuff in it. Like here comes the Wrecker, all right? An old Thorfo, and basically the Wrecker just, beats on people and stuff, so. But we'll see. This art isn't bad, though. The art's not bad at all, so. We'll see. Okay, then. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good day.